If you're still using Genially like a glorified PowerPoint presentation, I wanted to show you there's a lot of things that people aren't using that I think are extremely helpful and make this more interactive and fun. So here's an example of maybe how you would set up your slides and how a lot of people are still doing this, where it's just, here's my content, this is based off this topic of 3 signs your meeting could have been an email, right? So you've got sign number 1, someone's reading it for the first time and then they click to the next slide, and it's just some basic animations and it's just more context in reading versus something more interactive. So here's some features that could really improve this. So let's look at this example slide instead of the last slides. So maybe they come to this slide and they hover over it and they can actually click on it and it brings up a window. So, and then it's chunked content, so it reveals the next one and they can click on that and then it reveals the next one, and it's just way more interactive and engaging, and it entices the learner to click on these because they're showing up basically in succession, but also what does this do, right? So it gets them to do something, gets them to hover and click on your content. So feature 1 is basically the window, opening the window. So instead of having to go to another slide and then having to navigate back to another slide, it's just way more intuitive. It keeps the learner on the same slide instead of having to figure out how to get back to something. So let me show you. If you just click this and open it, it's right here and they can just click right out of it. It's just a lot more intuitive than having to go to the next page, right? So on the back end for pages, you'll see here, it's really simple. You just click on whatever you want to add a window to and you just say add window. So let's just say I wanted to add something completely new, and I'm just going to show you how you can say interactivity, open window, and you'll see all these templates that you can choose from Genially, or you can create your own and utilize these to create your own content for the window. And then once you use it, it's simple to edit the text, add images, and make it where you can have something open on this exact page instead of having to go to the next page, and creating a large slide deck. This next feature is the click to reveal, or the reveal option, and it's one of my favorites. And so it basically helps structure your slide so that you can only reveal things when people actually click on them. So this kind of forces the learner to not be able to skip ahead. And so, for example, if they had to read this one, it opens this window. In the back end of this window, the click to reveal has already happened. So now this is here and they have to click it, read this information, go to the next one, read this information before the continue button shows up. So if it was already like this, it would be easy for a learner just to say, I got it, and move forward and just click this button to continue, versus having it chunked out. Versus something like this where they're paced through the content, it's less cognitive load and they are able to have to click on everything to continue. So to add the reveal option, you'll just click on your item that you want to have clicked and then click edit interactivity, add another action, click reveal, and then I want it to reveal this card, and then I want it to reveal this text and also this button. And then you'll click save, and then once you preview it, you will be able to see not only opens just a window, but also reveals this next card. Feature 3 is hover states, and this one is subtle, but it changes the feel of everything. Without hover states, when a learner arrives on a slide full of interactive elements, they have no idea what's clickable and what isn't, and they would hover hesitantly over things hoping something responds. So with hover states, the interface tells them. So you'll see here, by hovering over these images, it becomes more interactive and looks like these are clickable items. So in the back end, you will just click the item that you want to do a hover state on and click animation, and it will bring up all of these options, and you would use the hover mouse interactive and then click the fade out as your option. And then once you preview it, you will see it just fades out that image and just makes it look like a hover state. So now with all those features combined onto one slide, this is what it looks like. You've got the hover capability, so that was the last feature, and then you can click on this to open a window. That was the first feature. And then you're doing the click to reveal, so it is staggered information, and that was the second feature. So once all of those are combined, you've got a way more interactive slide and something that's other than a basic PowerPoint deck, and it's just way more fun. And so a couple things worth knowing when building this is I wouldn't use hover states on everything on your slide, only things that you want to be clickable. Otherwise, it just gets distracting and then the user will not understand what is actually clickable. Another thing too is when doing this, the hover states, when you click, it looks like I could just add a window to this button, but unfortunately with that hover state it doesn't work that way. So it has to be the actual image on top of it that is being the one that's using the click to reveal. So you can't use this thing that is fading out to as your actual button. In this case, it's going to be the image itself, and I'll show you what I mean. So this needs to be the thing that's revealing the information, not what's underneath. So that was one thing I learned, was basically this button won't work just by fading out to it, because the user's hovering over it, this clickable option. So this is the clickable thing that needs to be revealing things. And as always, I will make this template available in the Genially community so you can use it as an example and see how I did the back end to be able to replicate it to your own creations. Hopefully that was helpful.